Yo, we live. You're now listening to Volume 49 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Here with your boy Ty Doyle, aka DJ Butter Sauce, aka your mom called me over when she needs something done. And I'm here as always with the homie, the kid JB. What's up?
Yo, living good, man. I'm happy to say for the first time in a week and a half, I slept on a bed last night because it's your boy, the kid JB, aka Mr. Told You So. Not because I'm always right, but when I am right, shit, I told you so. Could have been right last week, but yeah, the reason I just slept on a bed for the first time was your man just came back from the motherland, man. I just landed last night, this morning, I should say, from New York, but I'll get to that. How you living, dog?
Oh, I'm good, fam. I'm just living my life, doing the same old shit. Catching a movie every weekend, chilling out, relaxing, maxing, all cool. You already know me.
Yeah, man, that's tight. Shoot, I was gonna say shooting some people outside of school, but
hmm
you know, there people already expect that. You know,
Right. But
we
you
try
did it
to
anyway, so.
did it anyway. Try to chop it up on.
But yeah, how was the trip
But
going, bro?
the trip was good, man. As we spoke before on the pod, the difference between a vacation and a trip is somewhere you go where you don't have to pay to stay there. Well, you have to pay, for amenities and shit. But I got to stay amongst my friends, family, friends and family places because they happen to be stationed in my which is New York. Shouts to my parents, my brother, my sister, my homies for putting me up. But it was an awesome trip, man. Last week I flew out, took the red eye, do or die to Bed-Stuy, where my parents live, Brooklyn, New York. Shouts to them. They finally got a new apartment, which in New York City, apparently, if you don't have a window that outlooks the outside of the building, it doesn't count as a bedroom.
Wait, really?
So this is the first apartment they had with an actual bedroom.
That's fucking
So
wild.
shouts to them. Well, like I said, living in Bed-Stuy, where our man Biggie's from. So shouts to that. Yeah, man, landed on them at like 6 in the morning. Did the usual. I got a bagel from the local bodega. Chopped it up with my dad a little bit, and then I always say yeah, I'm just gonna lay down for a little bit. I'm cool, but then I end up falling asleep till like 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But so shouts to that. Shouts to jet lag. Uh, First couple of nights was cool, man. I kind of went out there for a couple of reasons. My dad, shouts to Brucey from the block. Recently, I'm not gonna disrespect his age and agency, so I'm gonna just say it was his birthday, and we celebrated his birthday by going out to dinner. It was kind of cool. I got to smoke weed with my mom, which
Oh,
was
shit.
awesome. And by smoke weed with my mom, she took a little puff as she hung out with me and my brother. We smoked the Dutch on
Yeah.
on top of the Brooklyn roof. Um, but it was cool, man. Other than that, did my casual shit, saw the friends, saw the fam, kind of, treated myself to some, New York local goodies as well as
Some pizza. I saw
oh,
you was on Snapchat, fucking making everybody jealous, getting the pizza slices and shit.
if everyone thought I was a pizza snob before, holy fuck, I am the snobbiest of the snobs. I won't even look at Arizona pizza now. Let
First
it.
of all, I want to just say, as always, shouts to Trav. And they and all Rita, the homies, but they had me out here eating barrows. I was mad.
Ugh, yo, what'd you do? That's you might have to fight Trav for that. But shouts to Trav, aka already seen it, aka been at the movies, aka popcorn refill is good. Always got to get his agency out there. But nah, Trav Barrows, no thank. I actually went to college with the homie Mike Barrow. His family owns the shop, and I won't even fuck with it. So
That's
yeah,
wild.
man, I'm gonna have to give that
You
a
ever
slap.
tell them like, hey, bro, like you the homie, but y'all piece of trash. So
I mean, I say shit like, yo, let me know when you got wings and shit. Like their wings are cool.
they got wings. Yeah. The wings was fine.
Yeah.
The pizza. I mean, it's like I ate the pizza. Like it's cool. They see they do. They always every time we chill, they want to get pizza, and so I'll be like nixing it. I'll be like I don't know, man. We just had pizza, and then
Right.
so that time they didn't even. They just decided not to even ask me because they probably knew I'd be like, nah, I'm good on pizza. And then they got borrows. I'm like, oh man, not only did y'all like cut me out of the decision. Y'all end up getting borrows. Fuck.
Damn, that's a double L. But nah, see what's funny about New York is just like the rivalry of like Mets and Yankees and fucking, Jets and Giants, everyone's got their preferences back home too. Uh
Right.
I was all about Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan. I was everywhere but the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Or Staten Island. Fuck Staten Island. We don't even claim them. And the best spot is, like I said, is Lil Vincent's in my hometown of Huntington, bro. Just the fucking way that the sauce to cheese ratio, the texture of the dough, it's just the perfect combination. And I'm not hating on these other spots; they just not as good. Like, what do you want me to say?
I mean, it is still a preference. So,
Yeah,
where you at though? Are you like you more of a tart sauce guy or a sweet sauce?
I like the tart. I
See,
like.
so yeah, I probably wouldn't because I'm more of a sweet sauce guy. So,
Oh well, there's a spot back home called Giuseppe's where they put like sugar in the sauce. You would love that shit.
I mean, it got to be like, wow, I'm not trying to get diabetes.
But no, but it was funny. I got my people that I, from the same town as me going at the neck, like, no, this place is better. This place is better. So, at the end of the day, the common denominator is the fact that all those places are in New York. So they could fight amongst each other and all we want. But at the end of the day, none of us is arguing that better pizza exists outside of New York. You know what I'm saying?
No, I got you. But I mean,
Um,
yeah, it's like funny because it's like a similarity because it's like everybody still got their preference, but it's
yeah.
still, nobody gonna be like, all right, let me try to see if this St. Louis pizza's what that's cracking for. Like, nah, dog, I'm good.
And there's shit like the penne alla vodka slice where you get, instead of marinara, you have vodka sauce as like the base.
Yo, that
And
sounds good.
oh, it's fire. But then some places interpret that differently. I went to one spot in Manhattan that got that. And then there's a spot by my brother in Queens that actually puts penne alla vodka noodles on top of your shit.
I don't need all that, but
That's what I was saying. I was like, yo, is this pasta on pizza? The whole reason I got the pizza.
yeah,
So
like
I
it's
didn't get.
already got carbs on it. I don't really.
Yeah, so that was what it was. But
See,
everyone's
now
got
I'm
the.
mad that I've never had a vodka sauce pizza.
Hey, man. Well, like I said, the fucking there's levels to it. So I was on a, yeah, you're right. I was on a Pizza Hut. I had a slice every single day I was home. Had a different place pretty much every day I was home. And yeah, I'm very sad because I can't get pizza out here, and it's not even like it is hyperbolic or whatever. Because yes, I could literally get pizza out here, but I mean, it's just not the same, and it's okay. I'm not trying to act like I'm special, but and it's just a difference. And if you never lived it or eaten it, you wouldn't know. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man.
It is something like because we've talked about this before. Like if you go to New York and try to get Mexican food, it's a wrap for that. You know what I mean? Like it tastes terrible. All the Mexican food I've had, like there was some places that were okay, but now that I came here, it's like, yeah, this is like even the trash spots here are like so much better than the Mexican I had in New York.
Yeah, even like my brother and like my dad would be like, they got great barbecue. I was like, Dad, I lived in Texas for like
Mhm.
4 months. Like,
Yeah,
like other places got shit. Like the way we stunt with our fucking pizza is the way other places stunt with other food.
right.
You know?
Yeah, I had a homie at work who like they brought in barbecue, and she's from North Carolina, and so she was trying to barbecue, and she was like, yeah, nah. She just she had threw out the whole plate. I'm like, yeah, dude, because they know barbecue over there, man.
Yeah, but that's like, so New Yorkers got such attitudes that we'd be like, nah, man, our pizza's the best and every other food. It's like, nah,
Mm.
real ones even admit that like clam chowder is better in New England, and
What
that's
the
the only.
fuck is that Manhattan clan chowder shit, bro?
It's like a pizza threw up.
Yeah,
Um,
that shit's gross.
but anyway, other than that, man, pizza was cool. Had sushi, had fried chicken, gotten Chinese food.
Ooh,
Uh,
Chinese food too, also pretty good in New York and not that great here.
yeah, true. Fucked around with a hot dog, a couple of hot dogs. Fucked around with.
The hot dogs kill me, man. I don't know why people like hot dogs so much.
For me, it's a rarity thing. I don't get to have them as much. I mean, I
See,
guess I can make them. Yeah, but other than that, man, it was cool. I want to say shouts to Vic and C. Jones of TTS Talk That Shit Entertainment for having one half of the Buckethead podcast, the Buckethead boy JB. Went to the station of Strong Island to chop it up with them, and we have the episode coming out soon. Ty, I wish you were there, man.
You want to give a little preview on what some stuff you guys talked about, or
we actually talked about like, you know, politics, Trump, shit like that. We were talking about depression and how maybe music can be a band-aid or sometimes can be a, you know, an omen or can be a blessing, and how music can affect us. They put me on the spot, asked me what my favorite movies were, and I will say the funniest shit, shouts to them, shouts to C. Jones, was we were rolling up a blunt before the podcast, right?
Mhm.
And they're like, "Yo, JB, you smoke Dutches?" Because that's what they got back home at Dutches. Now here they got blunts, and I was like, "Yeah, bro, I smoke everything." And he said, "You forgot your home, son." I was like, "Why? What's up?" He's like, "You can't say you smoke everything. We're gonna think you a crackhead." I was like, "Oh shit, I forgot about that." I was like, "Yeah, I smoke everything weed related."
Yeah, bro, you can't be out here like, yeah, bro, meth, slide it over. You know what I mean?
But nah, yeah. So shouts to them. Look for the episode and the pics to drop soon. We're gonna have them on our show. We just gotta coordinate with our people and their people and chop it up. But other than that, man, yeah, week flew by, and then I flew on a plane back to Arizona, bro, where my bed is. But for you, man, what movie did you catch this weekend?
Yeah. So I don't even. Were we on the pod after I saw Crazy Rich Asians? I did see it. Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah. You thought it was?
Yeah.
You said it was a good rom-com.
Oh yeah, I remember. So that did happen. All right, so yeah, what I saw last weekend though was I went and saw the Happy Time Murderers. It's a movie with the Muppets, or not the Muppets. It's not like the actual Muppets, but it had puppets.
They are Muppets, though.
I mean, I'm guessing Muppets is a trademark, but it was the puppets with Melissa McCarthy. Is it McCarthy or McCartney? Nah, it's McCarthy. All right.
Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah. I'm mixing her up with Jesse McCartney.
No, but she's related to Jenny McCarthy, the porn star.
Is she really?
Yeah, she's her sister.
I feel like you just made that up. But
Google me, baby.
But yeah, no, it was her and like puppets, and it definitely was like, you know what I mean? It was a stupid movie. I knew it was gonna be stupid going into it. You know what I mean? I laughed at some parts. I enjoyed my time there because I had super low expectations. But like, you know what I mean? I mean, if you've seen one Melissa McCarthy movie, you've seen them all, right? You know what I
mean? She's like the female Paul Blart.
Yeah, I guess, man. I give her a little bit more respect than James. What's his name? Fucking what the hell is Paul? Kevin James. Yeah.
Really though? They're kind of the same person.
No, because she's made better movies like that. She's led. Like she's made Bridesmaids a good movie, a really good movie. Spy is a really good movie, and then I fuck with The Heat. And like the only Kevin James movie that I somewhat fuck with is I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. So I can't really be putting her on the same, you know, she's a little bit higher than Kevin James ever was. Definitely made more money than him as a movie star. So,
well, I mean, that doesn't define your greatness.
Yeah, she's more like a Kevin Hart, I guess, or like maybe she's like a female Will Ferrell, probably. You know what I
mean? Or she could just be an Amy Schumer too.
Nah, Amy Schumer only done 2 movies. She bigger than her.
And correction, they're cousins, not sisters. Sorry.
Oh, well, okay. I'm like, even still, I'm like, wait, what? But yeah, Melissa McCarthy is bigger than that. Like, but you know, all her movies, you know, is usually her, and she's like saying wild shit. She's punching shit. She's running for some reason, and you know what I mean. She got some reason to like run somewhere, and she's calling people dicks. So that's pretty much her movies. But you know, sometimes you enjoy them, and sometimes they're Tammy, and you don't. So
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like to me, she's just every character is like the she's just like, oh, I'm like the the ditzy girl in distress and like I don't
It's
know.
like I feel like she's kind of like always like edgy and like kind of like a jerk, but I don't know how to explain how her character. We need to do like a ranking though of like the best actors who play the same person in every movie.
That's
Like
true.
like what's the rank up there? Like who's the top 5 of actors that basically play the same person? Like The Rock is in there.
David Spade.
David Spade is definitely in there.
Will
Who
Ferrell.
else? Will Ferrell, yeah, basically Will Ferrell plays the same person.
Movie. Gary Busey.
Does Gary Busey play this? Nah, he's a bigger actor than that, right?
Really? I thought he'd be this. Okay, Clint Eastwood maybe.
Nah, he's
no.
was Clint Eastwood the one who's played Genghis Khan?
Nah.
Oh no, John Wayne did. That's right.
I'm thinking of
Clint Eastwood.
Now we're just going.
Yeah, we're just saying like the person. I guess he did kind of play himself in Gran Torino, right?
Yeah.
Oh, crotchety ass dude. Kevin Hart is definitely somebody who plays himself in every movie.
Yeah. I was trying to think of. I guess now I have like a new idea of what you're talking about. Before I was thinking of like the same cast role. Like Michael Cera plays the same shit.
Oh yeah. Cause like Liam Neeson basically plays a dude getting revenge.
Yeah, movie. Tom Hanks is someone that can't travel without getting lost or captured.
He probably he doesn't play the same. It's Liam Neeson though. Like you could literally, we were talking about this at work. You can literally you could put Liam Neeson in any like occupation. Say he's out for revenge, and then there you got a movie.
Nicolas Cage, his family's always in distress.
Nah, he plays so many wild shit. That dude be playing some crazy roles.
Well, I don't count them. All I count.
Yeah, I only count the movies I've seen.
I only count the movies that help my agenda, which is
there you go.
Which is Face Off, the only movie he did well.
That's okay.
I'm speaking like someone we know, don't we?
Yeah, I will say I'm not like a huge Nick Cage fan, so I'm not gonna be out here defending him. Yeah. I mean, he's done some wild shit, but yeah, I'm guessing the ones that I'm thinking is The Rock, Kevin Hart, like you said, David Spade is a great one, Melissa McCarthy, Jennifer Lopez plays the same person in every movie. How does she keep getting movies, by the way?
Because she's Jenny from the block.
No disrespect. Like, hey, I enjoy Jennifer Lopez like the next person. But like you gotta like, I feel like we need to give it up to her because like she is not like exceptionally good at anything. You know what I mean?
She can sing, she can dance. What do you mean?
Bro, she can do these things, but she ain't doing them well. You know what I mean?
You could do it better.
Oh wait, hold on. Not saying that I can do it better. That's
sounds like it. It sounds like you want to.
Just because I can't do it better, my trash ass don't mean that she does it. What? All right, name me a Jennifer Lopez album right now.
I can't name the album. I can name the hits.
Can you? Yeah, exactly. But it's like even her hits aren't like they're not that.
She's not a fucking booth rapper. She's a hit.
No, I'm not talking about booth rapper. I'm talking about like as an R&B singer.
Tell me that she didn't have you thinking that Selena was actually her for like the first 10 years of your life.
But she just most of that though is like her just looking a lot like Selena. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like her performance in that movie was so good that I'm like, man, she's Selena. Like, you know what I mean? She just looked a lot like Selena actually looked. Like, and
I don't know, man.
All of her movies are very mediocre, like super mediocre.
Well, yeah, that's fine. But then, see, then you have the same energy it seems like I had for The Rock. Like, she just fills the roles. It's not like she made the movie. So,
right. But even at least The Rock is like box office. You know what I mean? People go see his movies.
I think Jenny's more popular than The Rock.
No.
Hell yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No.
I think so, for sure.
We have to open this up to people.
We can.
Ain't no way. Like, again.
There's a way.
I'm respecting Jennifer Lopez. To me, I respect it. She finessed her way. Like, she was a dancer.
I'm about to have all the girls on my side.
And she parlayed that. Like, she dated Diddy. And she parlayed that into, like, movies. And, like, you know what I mean? Like, she had a song where she just kept. It was Ashanti singing on the song, and she just kept Ashanti's vocals. It wasn't even her. She was just like, yeah, whatever.
Dude, her and LL Cool J in that song where it's snowing.
You don't even remember the song's name.
All I had is some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bruh, I'm not again.
I'm about to whatever. I'm Team Jenny, and I'm about to win because everyone's
I'm just saying.
This is for once. The girls are gonna be on my side.
I'm just saying, like Jennifer Lopez is great. Like for what she is, she just making a lot of. We just letting her slide by with a lot of mediocreness, bro. Like she got like her hits. She's on the like the Pitbull kind of level where like she got all these songs, but like you know what I mean. Like nobody's got the whole. Nobody's running through a whole Jennifer Lopez album. You know what I mean?
A lot of people from the Bronx are.
Well, yeah. Well, that's just like loyalty.
I don't know, man. I think Team Jenny's winning with this one, but
yeah, we're gonna have to ask because I feel confident that The Rock is more popular than Jennifer Lopez.
Like they're gonna be like, The Rock doesn't even sing, so I'm gonna win off that.
Well, hold on. Are we saying more talented? Like
I know who's more popular.
Nah, just popular is The Rock. Like technically,
what?
Jennifer Lopez is more talented just because she does more things.
Bro,
I don't know. The Rock was singing in Moana.
Bro,
I don't know.
The Rock, fuck The Rock compared to Jenny. The Rock versus The Block. That's what we're going with.
That's wild.
But nah, man. Speaking of that, I don't know who would then be the top 10. We could figure out like the other 5. We pretty much got David Spade, The Rock, J-Lo, Kevin Hart, and who was the 5th?
Damn, I done blanked on. We had Melissa McCarthy.
Oh, Melissa McCarthy. Boom.
Who started the whole thing.
There's our 5.
Yeah, so yeah, I went and saw that movie. Happy Time Murders. I mean, you don't have to go see it. You can wait till it comes out. I want to point out something too.
Please do.
The movie only made $10 million first week, which is terrible. But I was mad because I went to the movies and they had the Happy Time Murders in like the big movie theater at AMC, and like I saw Crazy Rich Asians a week before, and Crazy Rich Asians had done like really well, especially for an August release, and also on top of that for a rom-com, they had made like $30 million, and they still had Crazy Rich Asians in the fucking back corner of the theater. I'm like, bro, that's the #1 movie in America right now. Like that shit should definitely be in a big theater. Cause like when we went to go see it, like our fucking theater was packed. You know what I mean? Like I was like, well, yo, they're out here sleeping on this movie, and it was kind of annoying because they ended up doing the exact same numbers the second week that it did the first week, which is like movies don't do that shit. You know what I mean? They usually come down dramatically, especially movies in August.
So you're saying puppets are getting more love than Asians?
Basically, it was another sign of it's another sign of Hollywood being like, oh yeah, like they might have went that first week because it's a niche, but they gonna come out for this Melissa McCarthy movie and not go see the Asian movie. That's what it seemed like. Because I'm like, why the fuck? Like usually, if a lot of people are going to see a movie, you move that shit. You open more fucking showtimes. You put that shit in the bigger theater. But they were like, nah, we got to make way for this fucking Melissa McCarthy and puppets. And I can't talk too much shit because I actually saw the movie, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know how the agreements or contracts go. Like, if I'm a movie maker, like I don't know if you get like a certain amount of blockage time where, they'll fucking.
I think it depends. Like the big movie theaters, they sell them in blocks. They sell the movies in blocks. So they're like, if you get like a big movie like Star Wars or like an Avengers or some shit, they tell you like you gotta show that movie for 3 weeks, no matter what, and like your biggest theater. So like, there's nothing you can do about that. But if a movie, it's up to the theater. If a movie is hitting and like is booking and selling out, then you can move it to a different, like you can say, oh, nobody's going to see the fucking Meg. We can move the Meg to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And put the movie that people are going to see in our big theater so we can try to maximize our money. But hey, well, who the fuck am I?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's weird. Yeah, you would think the more poppin' selection would be in, people's faces so they can easily buy it,
Right. Like again, like movies don't usually make like 30 mil a first week in August, bro. That August is like the dead zone. What's the last good movie you saw that came out in August?
One of the Batmans, or is that July?
Nah, I'm pretty sure that was in July.
One of the Planet of the Apes, maybe.
That was also July.
I don't know,
Black
man.
Klansman, I saw it, but again, that was a small film.
When was the last time I've seen a movie? Ask me that.
That's true. We gotta get you on the movie shit, bro. We gotta get you
Actually,
on the movie shit. We gotta get you on the music shit so we can do this shit. Review these together.
well, shouts to me. I actually do have my Harkins card, and yeah, I know music, man. It's just a matter of not as fast as you.
Yeah, I know. That's the same. We gotta get on it.
Yeah, I mean, they just got to make better shit than fucking Xanax and lean. I don't know, man. Shit.
Hey, bro, the Xanax and lean of the day was just the weed and alcohol yesterday.
Well, I guess that's true. My boy, shouts to T Skaggs, my boy Tony. He was talking about how, like, when it comes to music, you can't say like indefinitely all new music sucks, because then that makes no sense. That means there'll never be a new song you'll like,
Yeah.
So
I've
you
always
overuse
been on
that.
that. It's all been nostalgia, bro. Most people they like the music that they like kind of they had their formative years around. So like most people's favorite songs and music is when they're like, 12, 13, 14, 15, and they kind of just like stay with that. And so it always like it's like a cycle. Your parents thought like your music was bad, and like their parents thought that their music was bad. You know what I mean? It kind of just goes in a cycle. But it's like, music ain't talking about anything different. Music's always talking about drugs and sex and what's happening in life, because life ain't really changed that much. You know what I mean? Like life has changed a lot and not that much at the same time.
Yeah, I will say shouts to my dad.
Same shit, different shit.
Yeah, the more you know, the less you understand.
Yeah.
Well,
Does that make sense too?
yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, but I can say with confidence, like, I don't know, I'll never love country. I'll never like country.
Oh yeah, because again, to me, the country isn't about like, because the topics are one thing, but it's just like that shit don't be hitting to me. It's just all like I can't like, to me I can't I can't jig with it. I don't like the twang. I'm just not about it.
Or even like, I was in the gym the other day, and you're not you, but anyone that plays music from their phone without headphones is an asshole.
Yeah, what are you doing?
In a public place, bro? Fuck you. This guy in the steam room, where you go in the steam room to get like peace and serenity and just chill.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's blasting like that Skrillex, like electric shit. And it sounds like music that would be in like a horror movie, like in a dentist chair or some shit, you know? And I'm like, you listen to this, you think this is good? Like, not to not to say everything I listen to is perfect, but fuck, man, like that shit is trash. It's not. There's no rhythm. How do you get into something that has no rhythm? That's so weird to me.
See, like I don't like. There's some EDM songs that I think is okay. Stuff that people like rap on and like they throw a little extra on it. You know what I mean? Or if it's not like too crazy. But I can definitely see how people get annoyed with that shit, because it'd be wild sometimes. And like the formula it seems like chaotic, but it's still very simple. Like it's like a build up, and then you go into the beat dropping, and then just like, what I mean? It's like a weird, predictable chaos.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know. Like, to me, music's a vibe, and I like to be in that state of mind for when the music's playing. Like, if I'm at the gym, I'm usually listening to something fast paced or something like hardcore hip hop or some shit. Mm-hmm. If I'm just smoking and chilling, then I'll get my R&B off. If I'm driving, I'll get like my lyricists and like my freestyle. I'll listen to freestyles and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Just all depends on the mood, man. For somebody that enjoys music, I don't like going to concerts that much, so that's a dynamic.
Wait, what don't you like about going to concerts?
Because I think it depends. I mean, if you have good seats, it's cool. But if you're like drowned out in the back and you can like barely hear them, the environment's like a little bit altered. But it depends on the performer. Because I will say, shouts to Lil Wayne. Because I'm not a big fan of his music, but the dude does an amazing performance.
You don't like Lil Wayne?
No, I like him, but I'm not like he's not my top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
yeah, I like him, but I'm just saying I like it.
That's cool. Again, it's your list. I know a lot of people think of him as like their goat, which is like funny. Which again, I'm cool with it, people, because I think Lil Wayne was really good. But I like at the time when he was blowing up, I was always like nah, I don't know. Lupe Fiasco is cool. But I'm like, I wouldn't say that now, obviously.
But yeah, but what was I gonna say? In regards to my trip home, though, man, I wanted to transition a little bit because I've been on record been told that I am guilty of at times guilt tripping people. I think we've spoke on this before, but it's funny because a message can be conveyed differently, right? You could say a message differently, and somebody can interpret your message differently. But I'll give a perfect example, and it's personal, and I don't care because it's it's whatever. Like I went to go visit my sister's house. She just bought a house on Long Island, and they have a section of the house which is called a breezeway, which I don't know if you know what that is. I've never heard of one before.
Is that like the part? Is it a part of the house where there's no roof? It's like kind of like a walkthrough part.
Yeah, similar. There's no door, and you just walk in the bitch.
Yeah, right? You walk in there, and it's kind of like there, but then there's the door that goes inside, right?
Right. And I just never seen that shit, and I was like, "What is this?" And they're like, "She's like, it's a breezeway." I was like, "Oh, it kind of just looks like there's a door missing." So then my sister and my mom are funny. They like FaceTime each other every single day. And like the first 5 minutes I'm in the house, she FaceTimes my mom, and she's like, Jesse said that roasted my house. He says he doesn't like the breezeway. I was like, I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said I didn't know what the fuck it was. And she's like, oh, he said there should be a door here. I said, no, I said it looks like there was a door here. I like the fuck, man. Stop putting words in my mouth. So I don't know, man. Like, do you ever have problems with that? I know we've probably talked about text messaging can get, misinterpreted and shit like that, but I say some genuine shit and people think like I'm out shooting off the hip.
You mean like usually if people guilt trip and you can kind of tell. Although I don't know, that's kind of hard because I don't really deal with it like that. Like Katie don't guilt trip me, and she's the person I talk to the most. If anything, I guess I don't think it's like a guilt trip, but I'll be feeling guilty sometimes of just like because I live on the West Coast, it'd be hard to call like family sometimes. But for sure, like I get out of work, it's already like, you know what I'm saying? I get to work at 5, it's already like 8 there.
Yeah.
And like my grandma goes to like work super early. My mom had to be sleeping to work night shifts, so I'll be feeling like weird calling them at that time, and then like my mom be like, "Damn, you don't be calling." I'm like, I don't know when it's a good time. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah, and there's often times where like, I'll just say, play back what happened in a situation. Like, all right, so this is what happened, and they'll be like, bro, like, why are you trying to like make me feel bad? I'm like, I'm not, son. I'm just telling you what happened. If something happened that made you feel bad, like, shit, I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know.
That's the thing too. Like usually, I like maybe just me. If I did something fucked up, I'm already gonna feel bad anyway. Like you don't have to really tell me anything about it to make me feel bad.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too. This is kind of like a reverse guilt trip. Is how I don't really drink like that, right? And not every time. Let's say like 8 out of 10 times when I explain to someone that I don't really drink like that, which. Shouts to sake, shouts to champagne. I drink. I just don't fucking get like sloshed, But every time I'm with somebody and they'll order a beer and I'm like, yeah, let me just get a Coke. They'll be like, oh, you're not having a beer? I'll be like, nah, I don't really drink like that. And they'll be like, oh, well, I just have like 1 or 2 a night. Like they justify it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm like have 10, son.
I get it what it is. Because I used to have a friend like that. I'm not gonna like name names and shit like that. But like, I'm a member of like the big boy crew. And so like he was too. But like if he was getting food, he'd always be like, oh yeah, you're gonna get some too, right? And I'm like, nah. And he was like, nah, you're gonna get some too. Like, you know what I mean? Because he just, like, he feel bad because, like, he don't want to be the only one eating, or like somebody drinking, they don't want to feel bad because they're the only one drinking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so, like, I get it in terms of, like, it's just kind of like a thing where, like, yo, I don't want to be like, I don't want to. He didn't know if you're probably judging him just because he's drinking, but you're not. You know, based on like when it was, like if you guys went somewhere on a Wednesday, he's like, oh yeah, nah, like I don't be drinking like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's just, yeah. I mean, I don't care if it's a Wednesday, Saturday, fucking Jesus' birthday.
Right. See, that's the thing. Like, you got to be people you don't know like that or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's just funny because, like, you know, some of my homies, you know, already know that and they don't care. They're the ones that are like, you know, already will have the 2 or 3 beers, and I'm not like judging them, you know. But like, it's just funny because it's just like a reverse judgment. I'm like, my man, like, you just pressured me into why don't you drink? I'm not over here like, why do you drink? You know?
Yeah, and it's like I didn't even try to do all that because I'm like, if it's me though, I'm like, I never think that. I'm just gonna do what the hell I feel like doing. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get a beer. You want one? You was like, no. Like, I bet.
Yeah,
like, I don't give a fuck like whether you want one, you don't want one, you can't afford one. Like, that shit ain't my problem. Whatever you got going on, so why you don't want a beer? That shit's on you, fam.
Son, when you came through before we went to the football game, I was like, yo, you smoke? You're like, nah. I was like, I bet, and I do. And then boom, you rip the bong. Like, it's all good. Like,
right, yeah, like,
when never once is another person's like life and lifestyle gonna change the way my lifestyle is.
Right.
Like, never.
Right. Now I get it. There's like points to where I see why people try to get other people because they feel like there's like reasons for it. Like, I got a homie, I'm not gonna name names again. But like he drinks, but he doesn't drink like that much. And he never like tried to smoke or anything like that. But he's told, from what he's told me, is more like he just hasn't like never been about, or he's never had the chance to be about that life to like drink, or he's kind of like not like afraid to, but like because he's never been like fully drunk, that he just kind of doesn't know for sure. So it's like, I feel like more so like kind of egging him on to like try new things. That's different than somebody who's been full drunk and just don't like it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. And that's what I was saying. Like, it's all levels. Like, if we're going to go get sushi, I might have a glass of sake or some shit.
Right.
Like, and I'm not gonna be like, you don't drink sake? Like, I only have it when I have sushi. It's like, well, obviously, I know you're not drinking sake at the house.
Like, I always wanted to try sake too. I never even had it.
Really?
I don't know. When I'm at the sushi, when I'm at the sushi, I just never really think about it.
I don't know if you'd like it or not. It's just hot rice wine.
I'm not selling it. So yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like, you know, it's alcohol, but it's like hot and it's made with rice. But yeah, that's unappetizing.
But nah, it's just funny, man, because people be giving me guilt trips, like, or thinking I'm giving them guilt trips, like when I'm just living my life, you know, like, but it's just like, bro, I'd rather have chicken with the wings, you know?
Yeah. Just like chill. Like, I mean, again, if people don't want to drink, that's cool. If they do, that's cool too. Like, as long as it's not like, you know what I'm saying, you go to the homie's house like 4 out of the 6 nights or something, 4 out of 7 nights, and homie's plastered every day. You know what I mean? Like, that might be bad.
Well, that's funny because I'd be like that, like, you know, if it was like weed, you know, and you were like,
yeah, it's different.
Well, it is different, but I'm saying, like, I'm just saying by lifestyle. If I was like, yeah, you want to smoke? You're like, nah. That's like me being like, I smoke every day, fam. And I'm not changing, you know?
Yeah.
But nah, man. Shouts to wanted to ask. It was funny. You know how I have my fear of flying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was like trying to talk to my dad, who used to work in the airlines and shit, and I was talking to my dad about flying, the fear of flying and shit like that. And he said that bungee jumping or skydiving was on his list, like still shouts bucket list to do. And what's funny is because he kept talking like, maybe I might still do it, I might not. And then I was like, yo, they got that shit in Arizona. Come to Arizona and do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because he was like, his eyes kind of looked up like, maybe I will. But then we were cracking jokes because you know how me and you and hopefully other people are complaining about the brazy fucking ticket prices that the airlines have. But people will complain about a plane ticket for like $300 to $500, but then they'll spend like $1,000 to fucking jump out of a fucking plane and call it skydiving. So I think that's wild, bro.
That shit is hella wild. I can't believe you took your dad wanting to skydive so well. I'd have been like, nah, fam, it's too late for all that.
My dad's having a midlife crisis. I don't know.
That shit's crazy. I feel like that reminds me of my mom telling me she wanted to get a motorcycle, and I'm like, bro, nah. Like, I'm like, and first of all, it's supposed to be you telling me not to get a motorcycle, not me telling you not to get a motorcycle.
That'd be awesome if your mom had a motorcycle. I've never met her, but I would just automatically
think wilding, bro. She was trying to be in a motorcycle gang. Like, she was telling me about like where they meet up and shit, and I'm like, bro, you gotta relax, fam.
She's like, she's walking to the meetings like, yo, I'm gonna have a motorcycle. You just wait on it.
She's like, yeah, I'm in the whatever the fuck the motorcycle names. We were like, oh, we're the Road Skulls or something like that of New York. Like, yeah, you gonna have to chill.
The Hells Angels.
Yeah, that's like wild shit.
It's like, bro, it's like, what do we do? It's like we ride motorcycles just like together,
right? And she go down to Miami for Black Bikers Week and shit, and I'm like, bro, you gotta chill.
all 6 of them there.
Yeah. All right, no, it'd be popping down there for Black Bikers Week.
I will say, shout out to one of our followers. I think on Twitter his name's Black Jehovah or some shit. He's a motorcyclist.
Oh, word? That's what's up.
Yeah, so shouts to him. We'll tag him up on Twitter. He always engages with us.
Yeah, that's what's good. Like, I'm not begrudging motorcycles at all. And my mom's not like old. You know what I mean? My mom had me when she was younger, so she's only like, you know what I mean, like 44 or something like that. But I'm still just like, nah, you gotta chill. Like, I'm just not with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like unless you put me on the insurance or some shit, like I don't know. For the
like, bro, I'm gonna be. You know how mad I'd be if you hurt yourself on a goddamn motorcycle.
Well, then, damn, add that to the list. Would you bungee jump, ride a motorcycle?
See, I'm starting to think like maybe I'm just a little bitch or something like that. Because I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to get a motorcycle. I don't got no tattoos. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to skydive, none of that. I should get a tattoo though. I'm just too dumb. I feel like I know whatever I get, I'm just gonna regret. So, and I know some people who are like, you know, I feel like I don't care, but I would definitely look and be like, why the hell I get, you know what I mean, a tattoo of Grimace on my shoulder, bro? Like, that's stupid.
I feel like everybody has a tattoo phase at least once in their life, and I can honestly say with my chest that I never have, or what have I like? Maybe if I get like a Yankee symbol on my arm, like nah.
No. See, those are people. Say what? Say that again.
I'm not Puerto Rican enough.
Oh, to get a Yankees tattoo. I was saying, like, that's the one that I don't like. Like, usually I'm pretty like non-judgmental. Like, my homie got like a tattoo of like the Ninja Turtles. That shit's fire to me. But like, I'm out on getting sports team tattoos. I'm just so good on that.
Oh yeah, never. Unless I own the team.
Right? Yeah, I would definitely have to own the goddamn team or some shit. I'm not getting it. Because other than that, there's no circumstance where you should get a tattoo. Because even if you're a player of the team, what if you get traded and you got a fucking Giants tattoo on your back?
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, you get cut or some shit. Like, bro, it's not worth it.
You get like your school tattoo, and then you get it removed the day you pay off your student loans. Man, that's like wild. A reminder, like, oh shit, I still owe $10,000. I bet.
Bro, that's what I need to do. Put the student loan due date and the tattoo on my wrist so I don't forget. I'm like, oh shit, I almost forgot.
Like, damn, it's another month already. Goddamn.
All right. But it was like with a ball and chain. Like, yeah, I'm a slave to them student loans, bro. A little metaphor for my life.
Yeah, man. But that's funny. But nah, shouts to.
Wait, would you skydive, bungee jump, any of that shit?
No, I was saying I'm a bitch too. I ain't doing any 3 of that shit.
Like, bro, I don't know what I get. Like, I saw a video of a dude who he skydived He was like the first skydiver to jump without a parachute.
I seen that,
And he
dude.
landed in the net, and there's like people in the stadium like clapping. I'm like, yo, what the hell would the people do if homeboy didn't make it?
Bro,
Like
you don't.
just missed the net,
There's so many levels. Like, you know what I mean? You know how mad and crazy you have to be to jump out of a plane with nothing, just straight nothing. Off.
bro. Anything could have went wrong. How do you even practice for that? Like, yeah, how you run through that motherfucker?
They did like they practiced with a parachute. It's like that's cause he's doing the opposite though. Like I don't get it.
There's no practice you can do to prepare you to be like, oh shit, I'm
like,
really out this bitch with no parachute. Like I'm for real, just falling, fam.
That's like being like, yo, we're gonna put you next to a bear, but you're gonna be in a cage. Tomorrow we're gonna take the cage away. All right? You're like,
Right?
bet.
I don't even know why they call it skydiving. It definitely should be sky falling, because you're really just falling.
Or plane. Nah, keep it fancy. Plane exiting.
Plane jumping.
Yeah, bro. And I will say, if I ever do skydive, which I never in my life will, I would make sure that I would say some corny catchphrase like jumping out the window, like "This is my stop." You know,
stupid.
You know, like
hey, this is where I get off.
Yeah. Hey, there goes my cousin. He's a bird. Like I don't know, some shit.
So dumb.
Yeah. They would have to like really push me off because they would, you know how they count to 3? The motherfuckers would go to 100. I'd be like, nah, go to 97.
Bro, I get to go to 97. You know, I already get anxiety like just being on the plane. You know how wild I gotta be to be like, all right, let me jump out the plane in the middle. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's
only jumping is even wilder. Like, I like the fucking rope. How do people get back up?
Jesus.
No, that's how you get back up the rope. All you gotta do is,
dude. Why my phone go off like that? Anyway,
that's why I know that was a ringtone.
That's not a ringtone. There was a
fucking. But no, like, how do people when they bungee jump? Like, how the fuck do they get back up?
I think they get pulled up by the guys up top.
The guy at the top just gotta be a strong ass dude who's fearless. Because I'd be so. What if like you tug really hard and they flop off?
You know what's wild is I knew a dude. He's not even my homie no more, so fuck him. We used to be homies.
That's just a wild shot. Like, yo, I just know a guy, but like I don't know him like that no more. Fuck that nigga.
No, bro, he was such a bad friend that I needed someone to help me move furniture from one apartment to another, and he got his mom to call me that he couldn't do it because he has a bad back. Meanwhile, the motherfucker went skydiving or bungee jumping the fucking month before. I'm like, that shit is way worse for your back than moving furniture, motherfucker.
Wait, first of all, he had his mom call you like it was a fucking doctor's note?
Yeah, a grown-ass 20-year-old man, dude.
That's wild, bro. Like he was a teacher and he was like, yeah, my son can't come in today.
Bro, he is such a pussy. I'll air it out. He's pussy. Bro, he was such a little kid that when we would go to his dinner, like we'd go to dinner at his parents' house, his parents would cook like whatever, and he was such a picky eater that his mom would make a steak for him on the side.
First of all, you too old for that.
Right. And we'd be like, yo, share the steak. He's like, no, this is just for me. We're like, the fuck? Like, bro.
Like,
this is for everybody.
Like they make one general meal and like that'd be one thing, you know how you're a kid and like you don't fuck with some of the food, so they just make you like chicken nuggets on the side, chicken tenders, and some applesauce. This dude getting a whole steak.
Dude, this kid was so bitch made. Whatever. So like, I don't even care. That was years ago. So
I don't even care, even though I just went on a whole rant.
Yeah, no. But anyway, that show is hilarious because I was like, my man, like bungee jumping is horrible for your spine.
Terrible.
Have you?
Like boop boop. I don't know why that's the noise, but that's the noise.
If I jumped out, yeah, it'd sound like boo doo boop. Do you ever see the shit where they throw they prank them and they throw like an extra cable over the shit to make it look like they're just free falling?
That's fucked, bro.
So before they fall, they're like, no, wait, like, man.
Right? But can't people have like a heart attack on the way to that shit? Like, goddamn.
They die thinking, yeah, bro, they probably could.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, that's attempted murder.
Definitely no go. For sure.
But yeah, no, I don't know, man. But yeah, what's hot on Twitter? Anything crazy this week?
The only thing that's been happening on Twitter for the last probably few weeks, I honestly, I can say the whole summer is people been way too damn horny on that bitch.
Yeah. The internet?
Wait, yeah, on the, well, it's the internet, so I get it. But bro, there's been some wild tweets, bro. I've seen some shit where some dude, it was like, you get a thirst trap out in the wild, right? And usually it's not people I follow, it's like people who follow these people like retweeted onto my timeline, and it'd be like somebody quote tweeted this girl's thirst trap and was like, yo, King Arthur couldn't remove my tongue from your ass. And I'm like, bro, what?
Wow.
Like, first of all, that was creative. But at the second time, what the fuck?
And poetic.
Right? But it's like, bro, the levels of horniness is unnecessary. Like, why you out here saying shit like that to chicks in broad daylight where everybody can see?
I mean, I don't know, man. I think, yeah, shoot your shot, but not that crazy.
See, I don't even know if that's shooting your shot. I don't even know what that is, man. That's like shooting from out of bounds.
That's from pulling up from 40. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I mean, I've seen some wild shit, man. But the equivalent to that, and I know I'm a proud feminist, so whatever. The equivalent, the female equivalent to like a dude saying something wild, crazy, is a girl that's half naked in their picture, trying to say some shit like "sunny day out." It's like you're just looking for the compliments, like. If that's an extreme on the guy's side, then the girl being half naked in a picture is the extreme on her side, And yeah, she could be proud of her body, but she's trying to get someone to holler at her.
I mean, I'm just gonna let you argue with yourself on that one. I said, I'm with it. Girls can do whatever the hell they want. And I don't mean you can be like, yo, talking about King Arthur pulling out tongues and asses and shit, bro.
Hey, dude, I will say, and I mean, see, that's the problem is like, it's not a pissing contest, but men get, not as bad, obviously, but shit, I've been at clubs where girls grab my ass and touch me when I didn't want to and shit like that. Like, who said,
I don't know what that means. Who said what?
Who said they could touch my butt? Only my grandma can.
Yeah, dude, you're not a piece of meat. What's up?
What's up? I'm kosher, but I'm not for them. But anyway.
Yeah. I mean, dudes be doing thirst traps too, I guess, on Twitter, and girls be, saying, I don't know if they're not saying King Arthur shit like that, but I've seen them in a while where girls are like, yo, let me sit on your face and shit like that.
Yeah, I've seen.
I mean, people could do, at the end of the day, people do whatever the hell they want.
Bruh.
These people are getting together, though.
I was at work one time, and these two girls were like, what are you doing after work? And the other girl was like, I'm going to deep throat a bottle of wine. I was like, holy. I was like,
damn, that's aggressive, bro.
I was like, they got glasses. You need to chill. Like, so.
Wild phrasing, but it's just hilarious. I mean, that shit's funny to me. If somebody said that shit to me, I would laugh.
Yeah, I mean, I was laughing. Shit was funny.
Yo, shouts to her, whoever that is.
Yeah.
Sounds funny and fun.
She sounds like she enjoys her wine.
Yes.
But I think we've arrived, of our favorite time of the pod, the song of the week. And you always clown me for bringing in oldness, so I'm coming through with the new.
Oh, there we go.
Shouts to Leo V, my homie, my day one. He's loyalty, so he stays one. You like that?
Yeah.
He's from Maryland, but he's all over the map. He actually helped produce Travis Scott's Butterfly Effect music video.
Mm-hmm.
And he's all over producing videos, and he's currently on tour with Michael B. Jordan on his GQ Man of the Year tour.
Oh, I'm like, bro, when did Michael B. Jordan start spitting?
No, he's not, but he's doing like media shit, and my man Leo's all over there. So I got the link with him in New York. And I happened to watch one of his other videos of the group Sudan Archives, and the song title is "Not for Sale."
Okay.
So Sudan Archives, "Not for Sale" is my song of the week. Chill. Shouts to Leo V.
Hey, shouts out. I like to come with a bunch of different stuff I've listened to. I know I talked about Jack Harlow last week. The shit that dropped this week though is Boss. I don't know if you know who that is. He's the dude who rocks with J. Cole. on Dreamville Records. I used to fuck with him. I mean, I fuck with him heavy. He had an album Too High to Riot like 2 years ago, and then he had another. His debut was 2 years before that. He dropped this week, or like I guess last Friday, Milky Way. My song of the week though is Tribe with him and J. Cole. That shit is fire. It kind of got like a, kind of like an island, beach kind of feel, and then like the beat kind of builds up, and then they just start spitting, and so that shit is fire. But there was some other fire stuff that came out. Young Boy NBA and Kevin Gates dropped a little mini tape that was pretty good. T-Pain got a song with Gucci Mane called Might Be, that's also fire. So there's a lot of good music out there. I listened to the E40 tape too, just to shout out to Trav. Trav told me to. As much as I think E40 is funny. There was some songs that I rock with, and some of them were just like too much because he used to be saying some outlandish shit. But I fuck with E40 though, because he's from the bite. Ooh, it's my little E40 impression.
Nice, man. If I had dreads, I'd shake them too.
Like, you can't knock the classic Nope. It's called Choices, right? You know what song I'm talking about, right?
My favorite E40 song is Go Hyphy. Everybody Go Hyphy.
Yeah, that one. Tell Me When to Go.
Yeah.
Is he Young Monkey? Am I blanking on that one?
I have a Jewish shirt that says it's got a picture of actually Mac Dre, who's West Coast.
R.I.P. Right?
Yeah, R.I.P. It says stupid, dumb, and hyphy.
Hyphy. Oh, that's funny, bro.
Yeah. So shout out to the tribe all over the world.
So what's up? But yeah, I guess that's wrapping it up for us, man.
Episode 49 of the Bucket Up Podcast. Ty, I don't know how you do it, but thanks for continuing to put up with me for yet another week. For the buckets out there, thank you for being loyal. For the new buckets, Ty, where can they follow us, man?
Yeah, make sure you follow us we're on Facebook, at the Bucket Up Podcast. We're on Instagram, at the Bucket Up or the Bucket Hat Boys on Instagram, and on Twitter we are at Bucket Up Podcast. Make sure if I don't know where the hell you're listening to us right now, but just so you know, we're also on SoundCloud, we're on Google Play, we're on iTunes, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts. We just got on Stitcher. So if you're somebody who fucks with Stitcher Radio, and that's where you listen to a lot of your podcasts, we on there now. So you can fuck with us on there if that's, more convenient for you. Or, if you recommend our show and you can just tell people, hey, I fuck with this podcast. You know what I mean? You don't even got to say, like, us. If you know us, like, hey, man, have you heard this podcast? Bucket Up Podcast? These dudes are funny or some shit. Or, take your grandma's phone, take your granddaddy's phone, take your auntie, take your cousin's phone, and just, download it on the Apple Podcast. Subscribe to it, you know what I'm saying? Or also, if you fuck with us heavy, leave a review, leave a comment. Let us know if you got any questions you want us to talk about. If you want to, give some feedback, anything we talked about. Or if you want to just, give us some critiques. I know, like, my mic has been sounding off the last couple of weeks. I don't know if you can see. You can obviously people listening can't see, but Jesse, you can see the sheets on my wall in the back of the thing, right? You can see them, right?
Yeah. Shouts to the sheets.
Yeah, I'm trying to make this, acoustically, greater or whatever the hell you want to say.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, shouts to the growth. I mean, soon, one day we aspire to have our own studio and shit.
I'm just gonna stay here and just keep putting blankets up.
even we make millions. And for those, when I say I got a podcast, don't tell me, oh, I don't listen to podcasts, like you're better than people. Just say no thanks. Keep
that's cool.
My feelings won't get hurt when it
comes.
It's
cool if you don't listen to podcasts too, but you could also just like we post that link on Twitter or something. Just hit click play real quick.
Yeah, you could bounce. We didn't care about the bounce rate. And
t-shirts.
The t-shirts, bro. I know you wear clothes. Don't get at me and tell me you don't wear t-shirts. I know you wear clothes.
Right. If you don't want to listen and you can't listen, you don't got time of your day. Like we got the t-shirts you can rep, show us out in the wild. Shout out to Trav, he was throwing on a t-shirt. Shout out to the homie Soppy throwing a t-shirt at his wedding. Or not at his wedding. That'd be fucking wild. The day before his wedding, he was rocking a t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? He's out in the wild in the festivities. the family. So shout out to him. Congratulations on his marriage, obviously. Shout out to Jesse, the other Jesse, my homie Spock. You know, he was there. He the one sent me the pick. I'm not gonna join your NFL pool because he tries to get me to join every year. But yo, shout out to him. Shout out to everybody that listens. And yeah, thanks for joining us. We out.
Chip.